Well, Liberty City is the first game that Rockstar really got into their groove. Of course, they'd had a couple of other GTA games that came out before this, but they were nothing like GTA 3 or San Andreas or Vice City or even GTA 5. They weren't an open world game, and this was the first time that Rockstar had dabbled with this proper open world experience. And this is the construct of all the GTA games that came after it. The idea that you make money by yourself, you can choose which missions, you run around, you can steal any vehicle, park it up here or there, you develop your character, you start off with fairly low sort of quality of life, and then you grow throughout the game. And this is the very infancy of the games that we recognize now. Liberty City is set in New York, and I think it's set sometime around the early 2000s, and that's roughly when the game came out. So the setting is slightly more modern than San Andreas, which is set in the 90s, and Vice City in the 80s. But it was so relevant at the time. I remember my first GTA experience visiting my parents' house over Christmas, and one of my brothers was at school, and he'd left his I think it was a PlayStation on, and this game was loaded, and I started playing it, and I fell in love with GTA right there and then. Couldn't believe it. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just running around, taking people's cars, and this game is exactly as I remember it. Of course, it's been enhanced so that when you're playing it now, you don't recognize, or you don't look at it and think, wow, this looks so different. But it does appear different, so they haven't gone too far with the updates. It still looks like a game that was classically made and probably is around 21 years old. It's an awesome experience, and this trilogy is worth every penny. I think it will cost $54.99 in the UK, $59.99 in the US. 3 games, classic games for GTA fans, definitely worth putting on your Christmas list. Now, the whole thing about GTA is that it just gets better and better the more you play it. And for me, this game is the ultimate one to play because it really is about nostalgia. You all have your favourites. Some people love Vice City, some people love San Andreas. This, for me, is where GTA started. Get your hands on this, and I'm really excited that some of the new players in the GTA community will get a chance to play these games as they were meant to be played. These were created really to be formatted with the PlayStation, and that means that the controller layout was way different. But of course, as I've said before, these games are now using the GTA 5 controller layout, meaning it's a very easy way to transgress into these games. Definitely worth a look. I'm having a lot of fun. I'll be bringing as much content as I can to my channel, so keep up with my TikTok and YouTube. Let me know if you're playing these games, if you've got them on day one like I did yesterday, and what your thoughts are on how these look, which is your favourite, who's your favourite character, what's your favourite mission, what do you love doing most. I still believe that we're going to see a little bit of crossover coming with some of the other games, so watch this space. I'll be back very soon. You take care now. I'll see you next time.